Good morning, all. Hope you're doing okay. Good to report that the robot's doing all right now. So we're using the QDB ranking. So this is what we're using now. We were using the bubbles, but they were fluctuating so much. It was actually quite tricky. So we're going to be using the QDB ranking, and we're going to be simply taking the strongest pair and then selling the weakest pair. And that's it in a nutshell. And what's good about the QDB ranking, it's got multiple checks in place. So that's ideal. The bubbles didn't really have any checks in place. It was just sentimental shifts. This has got the sentimental shifts plus all technical criteria as well. So we can see AN is the strongest and NU is the weakest. So we'll be looking to buys and we'll be looking for sells. We won't be doing 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just simply do the top and we'll do the bottom. So this is how we are faring right now. And we're in profits, which is quite cool. Oops. Oh, okay, interesting. Um, yeah, so the trading stops kicked in, and I've just modified the trading stop a little bit. It's now step by step. We had classic, but it didn't seem to be working, so we're doing step by step. So when it does go in our favour, it's going to lock in the trading step by step at 1 pip intervals. So the higher up it goes, it will just secure 1 pip profits the more it goes up, and then it basically locks in at 25 pips. So we're basically locked in at a profit, but if it continues, then we're going to be using the trading stop. So this is what I think is better, maybe. So we'll have a look at this today, and we're going to compare some results. Note that we've got lots of trades running. We wouldn't normally have this many trades running, but we had to do some testing on my virtual private server yesterday. So we were just sending out some dummy files, and it was okay. It looks like we were all right to hold them, and they're basically just saying Kiwi weakness. So that's cool. They're being triggered every 2 hours, which is fine. That's fine, I think. Yeah, no, because we've taken some profits, so that's fine. So we'll basically be getting trades every 2 hours, and I've got this cool little application for my VPS, and it's just basically keeping my machine alive, the session alive, so then therefore our signals are going to be sent. Before, my computer had to be on, my physical computer had to be on all day and all night. That wasn't really ideal. And now we're sending trades on the remote desktop, and it's going to be kept alive by this application, which is really cool. And say it will go inactive in 873 minutes. I just simply have to re-enable it tonight to then stay awake for the next 24 hours, and then that's how it goes. So it's really cool. And so good success there. We're using the QDP ranking. Let's have a look at your indices. And yeah, so this is the Dow Jones. So they started going long. Big candle here. You think that would be scary enough? No, it didn't scare them. It went long again. Quite a scary candle. No, did it scare them? No. Kept going long. Kept going long. Then it went to a sell, which is quite scary. Big flush. And then they sold it. And what's happened here is that this punishment zone held. Can you see? And so that's going to be an important level. And we've got NFP tomorrow, so don't forget that. So you can see how we came in to test it. That's because it's made a demand area. Because if the retailers sell it, there has to be someone to counter that trade. Someone with the capacity to pump price. And obviously there's a lot of bullish volume there because of the bearish volume from the retail crowd. So therefore that's why that came into play. And selling it again. So this is possibly going to hold. Yesterday was naughty, if you remember. All the indices, they were paying the herd on their bias. And S&P is less crazy because it didn't really need to flush, where the US 30 had to, because we actually went to sell. We're making a buy, so we can maybe map a zone. We can't do one now because we haven't really got the crossover. We have got it, but we'd want to wait maybe like an hour or so. So you'd be looking to map a support zone on one of these candles. But we are, a buy, and technically we are strong as well. And our risk calc was on today. So it's worth noting. Where are we? Done US 30. I started at that, didn't I? Do gold. And Yeah, so that's it. So this is currently holding. Bit naughty. That would probably got me out. These lows should have held. If I been trading this, I would have encountered a bit of a loss. So the sentiment's working okay, but it would have let me down a little bit. Would have got probably out of break even, maybe out of break even, and I might have gone thinking, well, okay, so maybe this is going to hold, and then boom, that might have resulted in a loss. However, we've made a buy. We had a crossover here from sell to buy, so we can probably map a box there. And there's a quick video today, and then don't forget we've got beginning of the month, and we've got the NFP jitters, so it might get a bit bouncy later today. But you can see how we made a buy because we went into the buy territory and we had the crossover at the same point. So 1937, 1932 area, and up we might come. However, they are going long, so we might see a retest. It's quite a way to go, and you just got to remember to be careful because the volatility on this instrument is very great. So if you had even a small size, it can play a bit of havoc. So just know where your exits are, and you can use these punishment zones quite effectively as for a tight stop. So they're never really that wide. You can see they're quite tight, aren't they? And that's it. So I'll wrap up now, and fingers crossed QDB ranking's going to work out. It should do. And so there's our current strongest score, weakest score, and so that's it. So we're getting buys on there, we're getting sells on there, and we'll just see how we go. So thanks for your patience with the robot. I really appreciate it. Any feedback's great. Screenshots are also welcome as well, and we'll just see how we go. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you later.